Hello, welcome back to another tutorial. Let's get into it. So I'm gonna prime, I'm gonna use the Dior Backstage primer. I don't know if I mentioned this before, I feel like I did, but I have been really liking this primer. My skin just seems like much more oily than it used to be. It just seems to get more shine throughout the day than it would have before. I still like to wear my dewy foundations, but I find that I need to use more of a mattifying primer to combat the oils that are going to come through. I'm going to take the Dior Forever Skin Foundation. This is the shade 1.5N. But I love this foundation. I love it because it gives such nice coverage without like completely masking the skin. I just did my tan last night, so I feel like this foundation might be a smidge too light, but I will I'll bronze it up a little bit. This brush is a Morphe G36 brush. Big fluffy one. I want to do like an affordable makeup tutorial, so if you have any favorite products that you've been using, whether it's like drugstore or just like affordable like ColourPop stuff and brands like that, let me know and I'll put a list together and pick up some stuff, because I just kind of stick to what I like, and I just find that like medium to high-end products are products that I just go for because they are the ones that I've been using for me. But I'm sure there are a ton of more affordable options that will work just as well. Tantour from Huda Beauty, I'm going to use to contour. Yeah, I know makeup can be expensive, so I would like to find some really nice affordable products. So I'm just carving out my cheekbones, and I'm just kind of go around my forehead. And just contouring my nose a little bit. I like to just kind of get the contour on. I still haven't done my concealer, so I'll use my concealer then to tidy up. I swear, there's a tiny bit on my cheek that just like never picks up the product. I don't know if it comes across on camera, or maybe it's just like the angle that I look at my face. I don't know, it's just like there's a little patch that never ever grabs the product. It's so annoying. Could you not? Now going into concealer, I'm taking the Fenty Beauty concealer. This is the shade 190. And I just kind of like to line in here, and that kind of like carves out the contour. I don't do that like hold snatch nose because it doesn't work for my nose. It just makes it look worse. It looks real cute on other people, but not on me, so I just don't do it. But I do like to put a little bit here, just on the tip. And then I take a little bit underneath here. This will just define the contour a little bit more. Because if there's one thing I do like, it's a defined cheekbone. This little brush is from BH Cosmetics. A little dome brush. I love this brush for concealer, because it's like a dense fluffy brush. It helps keep the coverage and also like really buff the concealer into the skin. Basically like just a mini version of the foundation brush. Well, a different shape but the same concept. Like it's dense and it's fluffy. And now taking the Huda Beauty powder. I'm just using this little flat brush. Flat, fluffy brush. Everything's fluffy. Everything is some way, shape or form fluffy. Once I have that set, I like to take a little bit of this Hourglass powder. It's like, what's it called? Ambient Light Infinity powder. So it's like a setting powder, but like it kind of has like a little bit of a luminous finish. So I like to just put a little bit of that on top. I'm going to take a little bit of the Heat Spell bronzer from House Labs. I'm going to take this one here. This is the shade Desert. Warm my skin up just a little more. I'm just gonna quickly do my brows. I did do a more detailed brow in my last video if you want to check it out, but I'm just gonna quickly do it this time. let's get into eyes. Someone did actually ask in a recent video if I could zoom in on the eyes. Right now I can't because the lens that I'm using is a fixed lens, aka a lens that doesn't have any zoom. This is my favorite lens. This is what I've been using for so long. I love it so much. But I do have a zoom lens. The only thing is that it makes a lot of noise when it's auto-focusing. So every like couple of seconds you'll just hear like not that noise, but something just as annoying as that. I have a mic, which I don't actually know where it is. I need to try and find that. But I think even with that mic, it was still iffy. So let me just figure some things out. And once I get the sound done, I'll be able to use the zoom lens and I'll be able to zoom in on eyes. But I will come a little closer. Okay, I am going to do a little smoky wing. I have been really into smoky wings. I feel like they're just such an easy look to do and it's very effective. So I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna go in with my good old trusty Laura Mercier eye pencil in the shade Coca. I need to get a few more of these. I want to get like more colors. I do have like a lot of these, but they're all like the shimmery ones and they're like light shimmers. So I want to get some more like deep matte shades because I use them all the time. So I am gonna start by, I'm not priming my eye because when I prime my eye and then go in with a cream pencil, it's like my lid is too dry because the primer has set everything and it doesn't blend the way I want it. So no eye primer. So I'm just gonna apply this to the outer part, just like that. Doesn't have to be neat in any way. And then I'm going in with, actually, I'm going with a smaller brush, like a little pencil brush. I like just to define the shape. I've just been really into eye looks that take minimal effort and minimal time. I don't want to be sitting there blending for like an hour. I just want to get in, do my eyes and go. I like to just get that on first, just for the shape. The good thing about these cream liners are they're very workable. Like you can like really like move it around and smudge it and all that. It's just like so easy to create the shape on your eye that you want. Okay, so I'm taking this cream, is it a cream liner? An ultra matte gel liner from Melt Cosmetics. I use this a lot. I have used this in a lot of my tutorials. I don't use it as a liner, I just kind of use it as like an eyeshadow or an eye base, but I'm taking a little bit on this flat brush and I'm just going over this liner. I'm gonna go back over the liner again to like deepen and intensify that. I just want to build up some color first. I'm actually gonna take some on a fluffy brush and just work it up a little bit more. I'm gonna go back into the cream stick. I'm just putting some onto the little pencil brush and I'm just going back over the liner. If you are someone who struggles with wing liner, this is gonna be your best friend because you're gonna be able to map it down, get the shape that you want, and you can always go over it then with a liquid liner if you want that really precise defined wing. You can go over it with wing liner and have that wing liner look, but this will help you map down the shape and create the shape. So now I am gonna take this pigment from MAC. This is the shade Copper Sparkle. I'm gonna take a little bit of Fix Plus and I'm gonna wet this brush. This is just a flat fluffy brush. It's from Melt. Just any type of flat brush will work for this. And I'm going into the pigment. So just by wetting the brush, it's gonna intensify the product. I'm just taking a little bit of this cream shadow from Charlotte Tilbury. It's called Star Gold. So it's just like a metallic gold shadow. I'm just adding a tiny little bit of that into the crease just to blend the pigment into whatever it needs to blend into. Just to blend the edge of the pigment out. I'm taking this palette from Melt, going in with this shade here. It's a really dark cool tone brown. Now I'm just going back over to define the liner shape. I always like to just like take my concealer brush then and just tidy underneath the wing. I'm gonna take a little bit of the cream shadow from Melt and just go underneath my eye. I'm just using a small angled brush to create this like inner cat eye, just to make the shape look a little bit more feline. So I just like to get some of the shadow on this small angled brush. Just press it down, just drag it back. These lashes that I used are a pair from Esqido. They're called Celestial, but I did cut them in half, so I just used the outer part on the outer corners. I'll take this blush from Hourglass. It's called Wonder. And I'll take this highlight wand from Charlotte Tilbury. I'll take the Peachgasm. The lip liner I'm going to use is from Nabla. It's their Nude number 1. This lipstick is Huda Beauty Empress. Yeah, this lipstick is like this hot pink lipstick from Fenty Beauty. It's called Sugar Kiss. I love putting a small amount of it on a nude lip because it just gives it that little hint of pink. So it's not too nude, it just gives it that little. So that is the look for today. Yeah, I hope you like it. I haven't done like a copper eye in, I can't even remember when I even wore these colours on my eyes. So that is it. As always, thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next video.